Good morning. I'm recording from my home office today. I had to be away from church uh, today, so um, here goes. We continue our Place to Call Home series. This is the third in this series. Today's version or sermon is New Home from Genesis 12, 1 through 7. And I'll read the scripture for us now from the Common English Bible. The Lord said to Abram, "Leave your land, your family, and your father's household for the land I will show you. I will make of you a great nation and will bless you. I will make your name respected, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you. Those who curse you, I will curse. All the families of the earth will be blessed because of you." Abram left just as the Lord told him, and Lot went with him. Now Abram was 75 years old when he left Haran. Abram took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, all of their possessions, and those who became members of their household in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan. When they arrived in Canaan, Abraham traveled through the land as far as the sacred place at Shechem, the oak of Moreh. The Canaanites lived in the land at the time. The Lord appeared to Abram and said, "I give this land to your descendants." So Abraham built an altar there to the Lord who appeared to him. To get a grasp on what's happening here, I think we need to look at the geography and use our current day geography as a way of getting our minds around just what it is that Abraham has done here. It says that he traveled, and you go back to the end of the 11th chapter, that he set out from Ur of the Chaldeans for the land of Canaan. That is where Haran, where the lost my place here, left Haran. That is where it was located, in the area of Ur of the Chaldeans. Now this is in modern day Iraq. It's in the Euphrates Valley, and so Abram had to travel up through the mountains of northern Iraq into southeastern Turkey, and then around and down the coast to get into the land that we know as the Promised Land today. I don't have any idea how long this journey took them, but I know that it was not something that happened overnight. It was a journey that took them quite a while. And keeping in mind that Abram was 75 years old when he set out on this journey. Now, I'll be 78 in October, and the thought of taking a long journey like that, especially on foot, as they would have been traveling, is beyond my comprehension. Nowadays, a car trip of about 6 hours for a day is about all I can imagine handle, and it takes a couple days to recover from that. So this is quite an undertaking. Now it says that he took his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot. I've thought about this a lot over the years, and it just came to me when I was looking at it today, that this inclusion of Lot, Abram and Sarah did not have any children at this point. The children are coming later in this story. And you say, later, he's 75 years old. Well, it's still a ways down the road before the children come on the scene for them. Now, under the laws of inheritance, the property would pass to a male heir. And it just occurred to me that maybe one of the reasons for taking Lot with him, taking his brother's son, is that he wanted to have a male descendant with him for any inheritance that he might pass on. I don't know if that's the case. That's just a thought that occurred to me as I was reading through this. And Abram did this through an act of faith with God, of packing up, moving to a whole different area that he is going to. Totally different environment. He's leaving the desert area. Well, probably not complete desert because they're in the Euphrates Valley. Traveling through this inhospitable terrain to get to the promised land, this land that God has promised to him. Well, not to him. He's promised it to his descendants. I think we need to be clear on that. I give, in the last verse 7, he says, I give this land to your descendants. So Abram built an altar there to the Lord who appeared to him. It doesn't say exactly how God appeared to Abram in this scripture. It's just that God was making a very distinguishable visit, one that Abram could not mistaken. Now you may have noticed that I've been saying Abram instead of Abraham. Abram does not become Abraham until later on in this journey of faith that he has with God. That God tells him that he'll be known as Abraham after that. He's known as Abram here, and his wife is known as Sarai. Later on, she'll be referred to as Sarah, but here it is Sarai, Sarai, as this story unfolds. Now, as I said, I can't comprehend this kind of a journey on foot, traveling with your livestock, and having enough provisions to sustain you along the way. Pardon me. And just dealing with a lot of unknowns here. As our human nature, the unknown is something that we don't deal with very easily. We like things to be, we like to know how things are unfolding. We like to know what's around the corner. And Abram didn't have any of that as he set out. It's a pure act of faith. So we'll see how Pastor Dawn unpacks this for us as we contemplate this concept of a new home. And may God's blessings be upon you.